Welcome back to my overview of the German tanks of World of Tanks here, and this little series I'm doing here is not from a Unicron player's point of view, but from that of an average semi-okay player, a casual player, and even to that of a noob compared to some of the players that are out there. As that's what I am, a noob. Uh, who better to adjust it, or not adjust it, but to talk about this than someone who has enough experience with the game versus someone who is thoroughly in love with the game at higher end matches, who are Unicrums and obviously are biased towards the game, versus someone who doesn't have enough experience, like a new player. I'm calling a spade here, and I'll be honest with you guys. A new player complaining about how this game works, even with 500 battles, it's not good enough. Okay, guys, you need to have a general feel of the game. I'm here, service record right here says it all. I have just over almost 4,200 battles fought, and that's it. I mean, I just don't see my World of Tanks career skyrocketing much further. I mean, I'll play it just to see what tank does what, how things are, but I just don't see myself wanting to push further than tier 7 at this point. I would like to play the mouse to see what it's like. I would like to play the Tiger 2, even a Ferdinand I would like to try, but I just don't see myself wanting to do it. There's just not enough incentive to go through the amount of bullshit that the game throws at you at this point. Anyway, enough about this. The next tank is starting at tier 5, and this is Panzer III 4. Now, they have made significant graphical changes to the model and what this thing looks like. This thing did not look like this at all. I wish I had a picture of one to flash up here, but I don't, of what it used to look like. I love the fact that it's a cross between a 3 and a 4. I like Panzer 3s, and I absolutely adore Panzer 4 tanks, so seeing this is elation for me, I'll just put it that way. And I love the fact that they put the Scherzen on here. That's just kick-ass. I like seeing tanks with Scherzen. What I would really like to see if Wargaming would throw in the mesh Scherzen, where it basically, so the mines wouldn't be allowed to be placed on this. The mesh would allow the mines to fall right off because there's not enough structure for the mine to hold on to, you know? And I would love to see what they see chunks of these fall right off. I mean, they're not really secured very well in the first place. There's just little latches here and there, little supports there and there to hold it into place. It's not really meant to take a hit and say, oh, it's going to stay sturdy. No, it doesn't work like that. It's just applique armor if you want. It'll take a hit, and that's pretty much the end of the damn piece. One thing I must commend, not Armored Warfare, but War Thunder, is that they have effects that happen to these. These things get beat up, they get bashed in, and you can even blow them off. I would love if Wargaming would implement, oh, you just took a HE shot to the side, your Scherzen protected you enough that it blew it off. Because this is just makeshift, let's face it. It's just held together by maybe nuts and bolts, and that's it. It's not welded in on, welded? Okay, that's new. It's not welded on at all. There's like little loops here and there. I wish I could get closer to show you. There's like little hooks that stick out the side that the Scherzen rest on, you know? I'm pretty sure there's bars on the side also that attach to the side, but it's not sturdy structure. It's not. It's just meant as make haste kind of armor to prevent from HE shots from hitting you, you know? Regular AP, it's not going to make that much of a difference. I mean, you're just going to punch right through it, right into the side of the tank. This is mostly for, like, artillery saving shots that come close to the tank and whatnot. Or tanks like Panzer IVHs who can blast the side and hit that, and most of the HE damage is absorbed by the small bit of I guess you would call sheet metal on the side of that. But enough about the Scherzen. I really absolutely love how this tank looks. It is phenomenal. A lot of people always complained this is a really crummy tank, and I just don't see it. I have played this thing. I for a while. I got a crew past 100% trained and halfway into another. In fact, I took the crew from this and I put it in my VK 3001P and see what the stats on the VK 3001P is right now. I haven't brought that tank out in a while. She's getting restless in the garage. Gotta take her up before she starts tearing shit up, you know? Yeah. Here's my crew on the VK. This came right from the Panzer III-4. They've obviously, I would say, I've completely trained them on the Panzer III-4 past 100, and I just transferred them from there to here. And from there, they have been just working and working on their first crew set here. Crew skill set, I should say. Anyway, let's get back to that 3-4 here. Yes, I thoroughly love how the tank looks. It's got the proper angling of sloped armor. It's not thin. It's not thick. It's pretty good. I don't know if they've altered it since the model upgrade or not, but might want to rebuy this thing and take it out again. I mean, it's a medium tank, and from what I remember, it did pretty good. It had a decent gun that punched for seeing tier 7s. I mean, it was decent. It was a decent gun. I mean, I'm not going to say it's the best, but it was decent. And it was fast. I remember very specifically this thing would haul ass. For a medium tank, this thing could really haul ass. I mean, it's not in speed of the looks of the Panzer 1C, but this thing could really move if you have if you push the pedal to the metal and had a crew that was skilled enough to drive the thing, you know. Yeah, but this thing could very much be impacted in a battle. I've noticed that a lot of the German medium tanks, they're not really brawlers. They're more of the I'll go around you from a different angle and attack you from behind or from the side. A very fast, I don't know, what was the proper word I would say? Flanking. A fast flanking tank is the only thing I could think of. I mean, these things at top speed, they're little bottle rocket. Well, I should say little. I mean, Jesus, how many tons is this thing? 23, 24 tons, 23, 24. More of the Panzer IV weight than the Panzer III weight, but the thing would zip around with no problem. I don't know if they've changed it, like I said. As you can tell, I already have everything maxed out on this thing. Let's see. Let's put that on. That on. Motor. You know, the motor's not going to really matter. Let's put the highest turret on. And this, even the turret, even the new graphics, it has Scherzen on the side. Come on. Tell me that does not look kick-ass. See, I think this is the a modified Panzer IV gun, I would say. Panzer IV-H, possibly. I don't know, to be honest. I'd have to compare the guns, and I'm not going to do that right now, nor do I have the desire to. But anyway, what I would suggest with this thing, you're going to be moving a lot in this thing. Coated optics is an option. Gun rammer, gun laying drive. Yes, this stuff could benefit the tank a lot. I think that's how I had it laid out, with a rammer and a gun laying drive with vents. I mean, you could, if you want to, put a camo net on, but let's face it, you're a medium tank. Your point is to get up there and aid the heavies. That's all you are. You're aid. I mean, you have angled enough armor. I mean, so what is your basic armor on this? 80 front hull armor, and it's angled back. So in sense, this has better armor than the Panzer IV-H, because the Panzer IV-H's armor is practically 90 degrees straight up and down. This literally is at an angle, and that increases. So I'm willing to bet it might possibly be at least maybe 90, maybe 85, 90, the most, even with an angle, maybe 100, but that might be stretching it. I mean, this is pretty much Tiger 1 type of armor on a medium tank because of this slope. That's just amazing. Even this part here on the upper glacis is sloped. You don't have the typical Panzer IV square box that goes right across here where they would have put extra track links, you know, for protection. This sumbitch goes all the way at an angle. Look at that. Goes right on down, right on up. Nice point to the front. Very effective. I'm wondering if the model collision is the collision model is the same as it was then. This may have actually been buffed, and it would be nice to see if this thing has been buffed, because I had some really good games with it. I mean, I can't say anything really negative about this tank. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of the Panzer IV lines, and Panzer IIIs were okay. So they take the 3 and the 4, merge it together, and there you go. You got a rather kick-ass tank, medium tank. And I think I am going to actually rebuy this tank and play it out. It looks like it has changed significantly enough to possibly be a new favorite of mine. Crews, what would I pick for this thing? Oh my god, that's a good one. I have to take a look at the crews on skills here. I don't normally go through crew skills and whatnot when I do these things. Let's see. I'm gonna say these are basics for all of them. So, concealment, meh. I would not put a Panzer III-4 with concealment. Firefighting, since Wargaming has changed the whole how quickly German tanks catch fire scheme, yeah, I would not pick firefighting. This would be a very last ditch thing to get on skills if you're that far along. I mean, if you're that far along and you're not packing a fire extinguisher and you have these many skills and this being your last, I don't know what else to say. Brothers in Arms, yes. I would imagine absolutely yes. This is a +5 to all the things the crew do. Faster movements, faster reloads, all this stuff. And having vents on top of that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's an additional 5% on top of vents. That's 10. And having a 10% extra on it, yeah, that's amazing. Commander, Mentor, Recon, Jack of all trades. It's a possibility. Like if one of your crew members take a hit, yeah, go ahead, go for it. Eagle Eye, I'll be honest with you, Armored Warfare does this so much better. I mean, right off the bat, if you shoot a tank, you're automatically notified right on the HUD what's been damaged. Like, you hit a tank's track, it's lit up, you hit the track. Some of these skills are just free in Armored Warfare versus the massive grinding you have to do for this tank in World of Tanks. Sixth Sense, again, is free in Armored Warfare, and that is such a lifesaver, especially when it comes to artillery. Artillery's toned down in Armored Warfare versus World of Tanks, but damn, Sixth Sense, look out, we got a rocket coming towards us, ATGM coming in, move, you know? You know what's going on. Here, you just get a light bulb, beep, beep, beep. Automatically, if you don't know what it is, you're like, what the hell is that? And why is that happening?